There. Hey, this is Zach from T. I'll bring you a Glendios deck profile. Okay, never mind.
No, keep going.
I'm not bringing it to you.
Keep going. Why did you zoom in so much?
I don't know. I'll keep talking then. I used this at regionals. I did pretty well, but all my matches were kind of Glendios' worst enemy to ever exist.
Focus.
Like ever.
Focus.
Yeah, it was the worst. I had the worst matchups. I had like Grandels the first match. I had Trigger Sack the second match, and then Mirror Match the third, and then it was like the embodiment of infinite legion, infinite draw, dote. So as you can expect, they drew me out really hard. Didn't even do 5 damage. Couldn't do dick.
That is why Calamity Tower was limited.
Yes, the dude was the embodiment of the reason Calamity Tower was at 2 in Japan. Like I swear to God. All right, well, let's get started here. Sorry for the camera difficulties. Star-vader Worldline Dragon. His skill is from Vanguard Circle, or in the Soul. Choose a card with reverse ins card name. Well, backward R, but reverse ins card name from your hand and discard it. At the beginning of your ride phase, pay the cost. If you do,
grade 2 or greater Vanguard. Can't be right there.
Grade 2 or greater Vanguard, yes, thank you.
Grade 2 or less.
I probably activate this thing. But yeah, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Grab 1 link trigger unit from the top 5. Any one, perfect shield, trigger if you want defense, you know. And add it to your hand. The rest go to the deck and they get shuffled. One of the most ridiculous starters in the game, only because it can really help your grade lock, which is what this deck does a lot, because you play a whole bunch of reverse units, which you'll see soon. But
Oh, so it focuses on Hasco.
good card. I like it. 4 heals. Always and forever. Never, always and evermore, but never less. Maybe in this deck, you could probably go with a little bit less in this deck. But
Like 3 to 2.
But 4 for now. 2 Star-vader Meteor Legger and 3 Star-vader Weiss sold out. 5 crit. 4 Star-vader Nebula Captor. And 3 Star-vader Geratail. 7 draw. I find the draw really helps get you those reverse units, get those, you know. What am I doing right now? That's fine. Get your
You should write on the Buddy FedEx then.
reverse deck, get your reverse units, get your sword draw Star-vaders. We'll get to that in a second. But pretty much, I mean, you can really switch those around. Really your preference. I just found the draws really helpful. Going on to grid 1s. Sorry guys, I'm really out of it right now. It's hot here. Taboo, 4 Taboo Star-vader Rubidium. The only reason, the only excuse you don't play 4 perfect shields. 7k grade 1. Retire this unit. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if you have a card named Star-vader Omega Glendios on your Vanguard Circle, pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your rear guards with reverse in its card name and change the battle attacking. The unit that is being attacked during the battle changes to that unit, and all your guardians guard that unit. So, say you want a perfect guard, Glendios. Discard a card. Then you play Rubidium. Choose insert reverse unit here. You can do that. Don't know why you would want. Yeah. All the guardians on the guard circle guard the card.
Okay.
I mean, usually you do it just to defend. As usually you do it to defend Glendios anyway, but you can do it if you really want to.
What happened?
She reached that, say you want a perfect guard Glendios, discard a card, you know. But then you play her, sack her, choose reverse unit, the reverse unit's perfect guard, but the tax changes it. Again, don't know why you'd want to.
Well,
You just use this to
if
just
you're
redirect.
If you're using a G perfect guard, then it won't work.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I don't know the running down. Because usually people just use her as a shield.
Yeah.
She's the ultimate perfect guard against anything ever except for the cross.
That's why you perfect guard that thing.
Pretty much. She's the only reason you play.
Granted, I mean, if you're perfect guarding, probably just perfect guarding.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're fine.
She's the only reason you can play 3 perfects in this
Well,
deck.
if you don't want your reverse units to die, but you want.
I know we say in every one of our freaking videos, 4 perfect shields, always. Don't be pleb. I see Will over there.
You don't want your reverse units.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Wait, what'd you
Well,
say?
no, yeah, it's 4 perfect guards all the time, but Rubidium is the only reason you can play 3 in this deck. Because I feel having too many of these kind of things is just too much. So I find 3 like a perfect number.
So I want
for
like a
it.
discard, not link triggers.
Yeah,
Please.
exactly.
Please.
So yeah, you play this one, or
Deleters.
yeah, or the deleter one, because they can discard any unit. So you know,
Or vacuum.
your lovely reverse units. Yeah, or vacuum, but he can. Well, no, he can guard what he wants. Yeah.
You can only go back and make you destroy them all.
Yeah, but you play these things, please Do your best try for these. These are trial deck.
Go over God, please.
But yeah, you want to be able to discard reverse units to guard things. Don't be afraid to. You play Rune Magician. At least you better.
You mean,
Rune Magician. She's the one that salvages them.
I thought you were talking about Rubidium.
No. Engraving Star-vader. 6-tier grade 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Link Joker Vanguard, for each of your different named rearguards with reverse in their card name, choose a card from your damage zone and turn it face up.
It's like Parasidium or something like that?
Yeah, I wasn't. I always called it Parasidium, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced wrong.
It is a link joker card.
It's a really good card, actually. It really helps me when I'm Omega looping. Omega looping?
Loop-de-loop.
Yeah, loop-de-looping 2 times in a turn. Sometimes I'll throw Cold Death down. I'll use Rune Magician. It really helps to unflip the damage so you can do it next turn.
He creature.
So
Is that boobies?
I don't know.
This is
It could be a runner. But yeah, I play 3 of it. I don't really see a need for any more than 3 of it. 4 seems like a bit too much because they can be a dead card. 3 Star-vader Rune Magician. Counterblast 1, when the unit is placed on rearguard circle, we have a Link Joker Vanguard. You can pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your drop zone with reverse its card name for each of your different named reverse units on the field. As I said, don't be afraid of Perfect Shield with fucking reverse units. Don't be afraid to Omega Lock. Don't be afraid to stride with them because Rune Magician can always just get them back. So, she's a really good card. Then we have the MVP of the deck. Someone I didn't really see as would be too important, but is the absolute
You're welcome, darling.
is the absolute rock slide if you get him off first turn. Sword Draw Star-vader. I've only called him Sword Draw. Vorium.
Name.
6-tier grade 1. Rear of circle. When an attack hits a Vanguard during the battle, this unit boosted. If you have a Vanguard with Star-vader in its card name, check top 5 of your cards deck. Grab 1 reverse unit from one of them, reveal it to the opponent, add it to hand. Put the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. So, this is another reason you play a buttload of draws, because it's happened to me a lot. He allows me to stack the bottom of my deck a good portion of the time. So you draw a lot, you use his skill a lot, Who else does cards? No one, just those 2? Yes? No, you can do him early game. He shuffles though. I'm getting off track. But yeah, he's letting me stack my deck. That's happened a lot. I won once because of it.
What?
Stacking my deck.
Oh.
Legally.
OTT.
I legally did it with Sword Draw. I won once. I think I was fighting. I think it was the Ezel guy. I love you, Ezel guy. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
I sat next to him when I played Mr. Trump.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, Star-vader Magnet Hollow. One of the key cards to this deck. Always has been, probably always will be. Grade 2 9k. Countless 1 when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you have Vanguard with Star-vader in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for 1 card with reverse in its card name.
You just use
And then shuffle your deck, thank you. Pretty much this guy, boosted by this dude, is the boulders.
We'll see my boys on top of it.
Is the nuts. This dude is... Because then you just check top 5 with him, and then just check the deck with him. That's 2 reverse units if you're good. So, and again, if you play this deck or seen this deck play, this deck just thrives on needing reverse units. Alright, next grade 2. I don't play 6 grade 2s, because fuck the world, best in the world. Star-vader Cold Death Dragon. AK grade 2, Countless 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Link Joker Vanguard, and your opponent already has a locked card, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses a rearguard circle, not a rearguard circle, and they put the top card of the deck in that slot, face down as a locked card. Meaning, if they choose retire rearguard, go by rearguard, hell, a locked card. He's really, I've used him a couple times for my Omega Loop turn. I used to play 2 of them, but 3 seems like a good number. 6 grade 2 is a mistake, though. I also don't know what to take out for more of them. But that's what he is for. Next to the grade 3s, which is just a convoluted mess of reverse units. I'll just name them off. They're all different names except for 2 of them, which I'll get to the reason why. 1 Dark Dimensional Robo Reverse Dayusha. 1 Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse. 1 Broken Heart Jewel Knight Ashley Reverse. 1 Eradicator Vowing Saber Dragon Reverse. 1 Ice Prison Hades and Emperor Casidas Reverse. 1 School Punisher Leopold Reverse. 1 Deadliest Beast Deity Ethics Buster reverse, and 2 Star-vader reverse cradle. Usually have Glendios and I read with the skill, so excuse me. You have 2 of them because he's a Link Joker reverse unit, meaning you can grab it with you can grab it with this guy. He's a reverse unit, so you can grab it with sword draw, and he's just Link Joker Vanguard if you need him. And then break 4. When your unit reverses in its card name is placed on the rear guard, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it, and this gets power plus 5. This can't be used for the rest of the turn. All other rear guards with reverse in their card name are also Link Joker, so they lose the Lord skill. Not really, they don't necessarily lose it, I'm sorry. They just become Link Jokers, meaning the Lord skill transfers to Link Joker, not Nova Grappler. Not, Great Nature, not any of that. You play 2 to 3 of him, again, because he's just a Link Joker unit with reverse in his card name. So he's the only exception to the different name rule. And also he can attack when you have Omega Loop, which I'll also explain why he's the only one that can attack, if you don't already know. And 3 of the big boss, Star-vader, Omega Glendios. This motherfucker from set 15. The perfect example of this card does too much. Just print it on him. 11k grade 3. Limit break 5, so ultimate break. At the beginning of your main phase, the number of locked cards your opponent has is 5 or more, you win the game. Because we needed that in this game. Limit break 4, count plus 1, choose a reverse card, a card with reverse in its card name from your hand and discard it. All your opponent's units cannot be unlocked during the next end phase, which is known as Omega locking. I see some guy playing Blaster Joker, he locked the field and called it Omega locking. That's what they correct him. When your unit with reverse in its card name is placed on rear guard, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. This can't be used for the rest of the turn. And all your other rear guards with reverse in its card name become Link Joker units, so again, not Great Nature, not Nova Grappler, they become Link Joker units, line them to attack. And you get power plus 4 for some reason. So they swing 15 on their own. For no reason. I don't understand it. But this guy was really good back in the day when decks were its level. But until we got the Stride deck, this guy was just really losing potency in the meta. No one really played it. When they did, they kind of lost with it because decks just outsped it. But we got the big guy, which I'll show you soon. In this deck, for mirror matchups and strictly just Link Joker matchups, or if you want to get saucy and realize that you won't be able to world end where they have locked units and you really need to push for that damage. Stride deck is 2 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah. Counterballs 1, when this unit attacks at Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, unlock any number of locked cards. It can be your opponent's, it can be yours as you do in the mirror match. And then this gets power plus 3 for each unit unlocked, and then if 3 or more units were unlocked this way, this is critical plus 1. I won because of this. Fucking Messiah. But yeah, he's there for the mirror matchup, he's there for, I can't world end my opponent because I don't have enough, reverse units or anything. Let me just, boom, get a bunch of power. Pretty much nothing else to it. Worst case, he's just there to stride and attack your triple drive. And then we have 2 Nebula Dragon, Big Crunch Dragon. Once per turn, countless 1. Choose a face down card named Nebula Dragon, Big Crunch Dragon from your G zone. Turn it face up. The number of cards in your face up cards in your G zone is 2 or more. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards. Lock all of the rear guards in that column, and they become Omega locked. What can I say? This really helps with Glendios. Just Omega lock a column. That's 2 units right off the bat. That leaves you only 3 units to Omega loop him with. So he's just a really good card. I underestimated him. I said only play 2 of them ever. I was wrong. But yeah, he's just really good. Again, just Omega locking 2 units right off the bat is just really good. It really helps save your resources for Glendios, allows you to stride more. And then the big guy, which made Glendios playable in this meta and probably a bit overpowered. Death Star-vader, Omega Loop Glendios. Counterblast has 2 and Persona G-Flip, Death Star-vader, Omega Loop Glendios. Once per turn. Obviously, that'd be freaking ridiculous. If you have a heart card with Glendios in its card name, for each of your rear guards with reverse in their card name, this guy is the exception to the different name one. So, obviously different name ones because the Rune Magician, the Unflipper require different names. So, for each card with reverse in its card name, your opponent chooses a rear guard circle, again, occupied or not, it's the circle, and they put a card from the top of their deck into that place, and they become locked. And then, If your damage is 5 or more, they become a Mega Locked. Why, Bushy? Why? What this pretty much means is, say you throw down 5. I'm notorious for doing this. Throw down 5 units, stride.
Dick!
Count plus 2, Persona G flip, you know, happy days. And then just end of the turn, because you're at 5 damage, you don't want to risk any heal, which is again why you can honestly lower the heals in this deck. But, you know, you just go say go, this leaves. Your Rubidium a rear guard, Perfect Shield a rear guard, or guard no pass on the Vanguard, because that's all they have to attack with. Then by the time your turn comes, they have 5 locked cards, you're at 5 damage, you do what is called World End, which is pretty much Limbrick 5, which is winning the game. Fuck this card. Because my answer was always Shadow Paladin against Glendios, you know? And then all of a sudden this guy just locks circles. Fuck this guy. This guy's broken. What happened to me? Alright, we're all about done, so.
Alright.
Well, this is my regional deck. Again, I did pretty well with it. My poor luck brought me to all of Glendios' worst matchups possible. So yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be uploading some videos of our time here, of more regional decks, and fights with our boy Will over there.
If I remember to record shit tomorrow, I probably should have recorded a lot of shit today, but...
It's cool, we'll do it now. And our boy Will over
No,
there.
not cameras, I'm talking about in the event and everything, you
Who
know,
cares?
people talking. Point at you, Will.
I'm pointing to you. You're not going home. I'm taking you. Alright, but yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be bringing you videos of the trip here, of regional decks, of fights with our ARG buddy Will over here. That's pretty much all I can say, so...
Alright.
I
Just say peace.
Peace. I'm no good at outros.